Hello, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me now. Okay, cool. I didn't choose a thumbnail. It didn't let me.
Because you went to pre-record. Like, you didn't schedule.
Okay, got it. Well, let's hope it's Dunker. Sam Roush, Stanford, not Dunk. That wasn't Dunk. Okay, sorry for the bad sound at first. I apologize. We're working through it. Where's the other remote? Found it. So NHL playoffs, NFL draft. Yeah. You guys know the drill. The Nerd Nation, Sam Roush. How's the Blutmans doing this evening? I have no idea. I just want James Dunker to be a Bear, and they've passed on him twice. Yeah, Sabres Golden Knights Cup would be electric. Hello, Alyssa. How goes? Darn, I just want Dunk in Chicago. Is that too much for a guy to ask for? I did love the Bears Logan Jones pick. I did also Jennings in Green Bay would be cool. I know the Bills and Seahawks like him, so we'll see. We got a lot happening right now, players. So much. Tate banned from the Twitter Creator Fund. Everything's happening on X. 49ers probably going to reach again. Nobody wants to talk about how the Deshaun Stribling pick was 68 picks early. That's all they do is just reach. Yes. Also, don't spoil picks, please. We're a spoiler-free zone. There's people, former friends I haven't spoken to in 20 years because they'd spoil picks when we were 6. So.
Oh my goodness, Diego Pavia, Washington.
I hate player comps. I think player comps stink, and I think every time someone does what Cale Downs did, which is, hey man, I just want to be myself after you tell me to be prime Ed Reed, yeah, that's the right way to go. Grown men telling another grown man he's like that grown man. It's kind of sus if you think about it. Not a player comps guy, never have been, never will be. Meek is more than alive. Meek did the correct thing. Meek doesn't want to do that. He doesn't have to do that. There's far more pressing things. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that draft pick of Roush kind of does spell the end for Komet. I think that's more than fair to assume. I mean, it's not like it was a cheap pick. Like that was what 69th overall going tight end there for a TE2. There's other still pretty intriguing players on the board available and everything. So. His medical stink, but like taking the look at McCoy there. Arg. Big Citrus. I'm also allowed to comment on. I'm more than allowed to comment on the Cardinals draft stinks. Just stinks. The guard they took from A&M's fine. Jeremiah Love, superb player. Sick. You took a running back 3rd overall, and you're already a dumpster fire. And then Carson Beck goes 3rd round. Like you're not investing much for a potential QB1 there, but also with Carson back in the big 2026 and beyond, I'm good off that. Yeah, I don't know. This Browns draft is pretty incredible. I like Boston more than I like Concepcion. I obviously like McNeil Warren a lot. That's another one Mac to Cleveland that we're all about. I obviously like Spencer Fano, and they have so many different ways to. They have so many different looks to show a defense with Casey's versatility, Fannon's versatility, Judkins' versatility is very fun. Yep, big game in Salt Lake City. A lot of former fans. What were the Bears fans in office saying to you about Logan?
A couple weeks ago, I was like, hey, draft Lojo. You guys want me to go out and get Linderbaum for $1 million? Or $1 billion, whatever. And I just said, yeah, go get Linderbaum. Trade draft picks. Take the best center in the second round. Good value. Just draft top with the fellas.
Spring break recap for me. I mean, I have nothing of insight to tell you. I think the one thing I could say is I think it's pretty asinine that everyone just leaves before the recap show. I think that should be a pretty simple thing that you have to go on the recap show and then you could leave after. I don't know. I think that's kind of wild, and I know people there are very annoyed by that. The Washington Commies pick is in. Vegas is starting. 5 minutes left in Tampa, Montreal. And we need the Dodgers on TV in 20 minutes. So let's hope Montreal game is wrapped up. What an atmosphere in Montreal, too, folks. Great googly moogly. All right, and we gotta have a good hockey game in Vegas. We need a good hockey game. This is starting with the fourth line. I like that. Like that a lot. Bro, just make the pick, dog. There's genuinely there's other people I care about getting picked. There's only one guy I actually care about getting drafted right now, and that's Dunk. So someone's got to take him sooner, else it's a disaster. Should be going in the third. We'll see. This dude don't want to just say the pick. Favorite Blue Jacket? I mean, Wierenski. I really like watching Fantilli. Marchenko's obviously fun to watch. I loved Texier when he was there for a minute. I'm happy Texier's getting a good look with Montreal. I mean, Fantilli was just super underrated this year. Nobody talked about him because of what the other youth is doing. Fantilli's much better early than I anticipated. But yeah, like nobody cares. Bro, you gotta make the pick, playa.
Say.
All that for Antonio Williams. It's far worse than Tony Richardson's JETE Jets Ardarius Store pick. What was that? 69th pick? He's getting booed? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, bro was waffling up there, player. Our Darius Source 79. 10 picks off, my bad. What you getting in deep blows on? Oh. Oh.
Drafted 2-0.
Bro, they're building in where 0-0. TNT hockey coverage is it's not even in the same world. My sound's on the Golden Knights, of course. Come on, play it. If the Golden Knights weren't on, it would currently the sound would be on Montreal, and I'd be flipping between Montreal and NFL draft sound. I think Tacario Davis is a really good pick at 72. There's a lot of traits there where they're investing, and he didn't really produce last year, which stinks. But that was a guy who had former first round aspirations. People forget that. Long, physical, big arms. Oh, Hurdle just can't buy a goal. Vizmelka was getting out of position to there too. He was like overcommitting on the slide, and Hurdle just can't find it, dude. Oh my gosh.
Big time, we got our guy energy from the draft.
Yeah, they did get their guy. Ugh. Where's Ovi play next year? I mean, I would still think Washington. Yeah, Vegas for sure. He loves it in Vegas. I'd be surprised if it's not that's a one jersey guy. Are you kidding me? There's so much of Deneau's blood on the ice behind the net.
Although it would be very funny if like there's just a random OV jersey.
No, yeah, but it wouldn't. If there was like an Ovechkin Rangers jersey, that would stink.
Imagine like an OV
Oscar Delvis. Oh, like they're just trying to get Shuck Weapons respect. I don't know. There's not a single other jersey Ovechkin should wear.
Yeah.
What it'd be like Kings with him and Panera and that won't look good. Nothing would look good. The Oilers, nothing would look good.
The OV Maple Leafs is gonna go crazy.
Ovi Sanders, like that doesn't even make sense. But the play for the Capitals and Sanders is funny. Yeah, I wonder who the Giants traded up for. I think we all wonder it, to be fair. I personally don't think that you'd be trading up for McCoy here. But they did pay 105, 145, and a 4, so clearly got intel that like Miami or Pittsburgh was going to take who they wanted. Yeah, I mean it could actually be McCoy then, and then the slide. That always stinks. McCoy goes top 20. If he that stinks, and that will go third round. No, I'm not going to stream day 3 of the draft. We don't have Malachi Fields. I actually really, really, really like Malachi Fields. I thought he was supremely underrated at UVA. I thought he fared as well as he could have at Notre Dame. Big time jump ball threat, 50-50 guy. I think he could do a little bit more. Just big body box out. I would think that I don't think Pittsburgh was going to take him, but I guess Miami was maybe all about Fields. They got really, really like him. I like the. Yeah, I'd assume it's the parents. The mom's wearing Notre Dame shirt and the dad's wearing UVA. Malasek has to love that. Malachi Fields grew up with parents that love him, per Malasek. I'm gonna text Malasek. Congratulations. Hey, congrats. Hashtag UVA made. I text him congrat though, not congrats. Whoops. He said, hey, yup. So cool. Happy for you. Surreal moment. His parents must have loved him. He said thanks, Bubba. He said thanks, Bubba. And then said, yep. Okay. Good job, Mouse. Good talk. Yeah, the couch setup last year was good, but like we can't live in the cave right now.
No, we need to sleep.
Yeah. Like wake up Barstool is a great thing. It puts it makes it harder to be at the office all the time. I'm still at the office all the time. We're still at the office all the time, but like I'm waking up at like 5:36 every day this week, and I went home earlier than normal to go sleep like 2 or 3 times to get a nap in. I can't and I'm just not gonna go back and forth to the office in a day. Like I'm not gonna go make 4 trips. It is what it is. Where's Branch going? I don't know. Thoughts on taking over senior draft? I'm not senior draft analyst. Che is. I think I ended up getting 5 player to team predictions correct based off my mock. If I did a better job of combining my first and second mock, I would have had more, which is pretty annoying. If I wasn't so stubborn about the running back position, I would have had Love third, and I just couldn't bring myself to it. I need to grow up. I had Denzel Boston to the Browns, but at 24, and then he goes to them in the second round. That's the whole point. They had 2 shots on goal. I feel like they've had the better opportunities. I feel we have a very quiet 8 shots on goal. I don't know. Whatever draft analyst Stevie is, he's earned it. He got 8 last night. Good for him. Lance Erlang got 11, and that I believe was the most this season. Also, it's so annoying that I gotta do an overtime tweet again. It's so annoying. This NFL draft mock draft guy with the Herc score stopped doing it. He just fell off the face of the earth 2 years ago. We haven't had him for 2 straight drafts. He hasn't tweeted since he tweeted who won 2024, and he kept track of everything with like the point system and everything, and we just don't have that now. It's nuts. Caleb Douglas. Okay, so I can confirm my prior thoughts about why the Giants paid that price to move up to get Fields. The Dolphins were going to take Fields. They just took a lesser version of Fields and Caleb Douglas. They took a contested catch demon who can't do as much as Malachi, who isn't as good of a prospect as Malachi. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Give me Texia.
Put me down for Hagel.
Wow, Hagel. Okay, I gotta do some tweets too. Okay.
They've only drafted
Miami pick confirms my thoughts that Miami was set to take Fields, and that's why Giants jumped them to select Fields. Douglas. How tall is Douglas?
6'3".
Yeah, I was gonna say 6'3 and a quarter. Not bad. Yeah, 6'3 and a half. Douglas, a lesser version than Fields, contested catch demon, meh separator. To me, that was a reach, but whatever. Separator reach at 25. That was 75, right? Caleb Douglas was 75. Hey players. Hope you're all good in the hood. That was 75. I'm not tripping. Oh shoot, I just got pick spoiled. Okay, fair. I don't know. I don't know what Jerry's gonna do. Lukey. I don't know what Jerry's gonna do. Drew Allen.
This organization sucks. What are they doing drafting that loser?
Oh,
QB wants some help, you dorks.
Rip Will Howard.
No, not Rip Will Howard. He's a dog. He's better than that dodo bird.
I'm not gonna call Jerry.
I'm sorry for Jerry. Got stuck with a dodo bird.
I would love for the Buccaneers to try out. Yeah. I was gonna say Buccaneers should take Dunk, so they so many redheads there. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think it's the worst Steelers draft ever. I disagree with that sentiment. The Mekhi Levin thing is a debacle in its own right. Someone clearly leaked that to Dallas for whatever reason. I don't know what they're thinking doing that. Make sure you 100% that's crazy. I like Jeremy a lot. Me and Lukey are Jeremy guys. People forget early in the 2025 season, maybe it was like week 2, I tweeted that people forget Jeremy is Alabama's best wide receiver. Like Ryan Williams just fell off the face of earth. Jeremy's better. If Alabama's product was better, Jeremy would have carved even more. He killed at Washington. Jeremy's a dog. I had him pretty high. I didn't do player rankings this year. I just didn't feel like it. I'm kind of sick and tired of that stuff. Like I don't really care about it anymore. There's guys I like, there's guys I don't like. Shocker. I love Jeremy. He probably would have been my like top 6 receivers. I think that's a pretty good consolation prize for not getting Lemon. Hachinor is just a pretty good project. The disaster there, nice power play. The disaster there is it just didn't feel like they wanted him because they won Lemon. And it feels like you're doing damage control and you're like, oh yeah, we really want this guy. We're so happy to have him. This was our number one option. Well, it's not. We know it's not. It felt like they got auto picked, but I like the project that he is. And then Drew Aller, like whatever. It was a 76th overall pick on a guy who had major potential. I don't know. Like you're just whatever. It creates good for the Steelers. It creates competition in a battle, and it's going to get the best out of Will Howard and Drew Aller. I'm doing coach speak right now.
You know how bad you got to be to get your college coach fired?
Jermod's not going to go undrafted. He wasn't. The more that I like picked around, it became pretty evident he wasn't going to be touched in the first. I thought he would have gone late second. I thought someone would have taken the bet. They had not. Get that. Michael. Make a play, Jack. I don't know where Nussie goes. Most of the league views him as a backup somehow, so not good. I brought that up on WUB this morning when they were talking about next quarterback to be drafted. I think I said I don't really care, but like I'm not a bet guy, and I know most of the league views Nussie as a backup, which I completely disagree with. Turn on the 24 tape. Trust in your people to get the most out of him, but yeah, I don't know. It's just a bad power player. They just feel out of sync all of a sudden. Don't be afraid, just rip it. Like, I'm really Markey was nonstop constantly talking about him at the end of the post Olympic break with Eichel and everything. I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. Wait till playoffs to comment. He's just playing way too passive right now, man. You gotta show your shot is a lethal weapon. You gotta make people think about it. You gotta put fear into the opposition. Just standing there, not even really dissecting. He's just playing so passive. Hey, how are you guys? I thought Marner has been our best player all season. Marner's been one of our better players in the postseason. The Marner stuff is just lazy Toronto narrative deprived discussion. There's not really much else to it. Our best player, our best skater in the postseason has been Barbashev, and then honestly, it's been the fourth line, and then it's been Marner. And like the with McCoy to finish the thoughts up on Dermod, I guess the NFL teams were saying they're not tripping about him coming in and making an impact in year one. It's down the road. Well, I mean, this is a guy who's going top 20 if he's healthy, maybe top 12 if he's healthy. We're now looking at round 3 in a bad draft. I think it's time to fire. I think it's past time to fire, but now like you're getting such supreme value, and if the longevity isn't there, who cares? You spent the 80th overall pick on this guy, and Baltimore would be the team to do it. And everyone would be like, "Wow, we let him do it again." Yeah, I don't know if. Oh my gosh, Carter. More McAfee. That's unnecessary. What is that luck, though?
Their goals have been so lucky.
Yeah, I don't know. Shots on goal are so deceiving. They have the 2 most dangerous chances of the game. We're out shooting them by 9, now 8. We really haven't done. We had 1 hurdle chance, and he's never going to score a goal in his life again. That goal's crazy. Yeah, Baltimore at 80 is the prime McCoy spot. No, A&M's not contending for a national championship. Marcel Reed's their quarterback. People could defend Marcel Reed with their life and say whatever they want. I know it on good authority for a fact that they were looking in the portal for a quarterback. Nothing materialized. And I have it on good authority for a fact that every single person I speak to that is in the football industry thinks he is a repulsive quarterback. He cannot throw the football. There's a reason that when NFL draft folks were grinding tape and they got to KC Concepcion, they were appalled by the ball coming from the quarterback over and over and over again. It didn't matter who it was. Zach Branch to Atlanta is kind of funny. Good for Branch. Yeah, Eichel's just being so passive. I don't understand that goal that they score. Whatever. Yeah. Very aggravating how this team has been playing this series. Very aggravating. Like all of a sudden, it doesn't feel like they're playing as free as they were after the firing. Oh my gosh. Jacoby Lane. If Lamar Jackson likes big receivers that only make sensational catches, he got his guy.
Can we get the top TV?
Yeah. But of course, Georgia and Texas are going to have some dogs this year. That's like saying the Dodgers are going to have good players this year. That's like saying Vrabel and a reporter are going to interlock fingers in the offseason.
Were you watching mostly when they were talking about the Titans draft?
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, Lane. What a rip. What a rip. Wow. Absolutely ripped it. Okay, let me congratulate this guy. Hey, Matthew Downs, congrats on picking Lane Hudson, overtime winner in game 3 of Tampa Bay Montreal. You were in this. Really cool video. Super cool. Heck yeah. Yep. Ripper. I'm watching a replay right now. Well moved by Texier. My pick. Get down low. Create. Play make. Lane Hudson. Ripper. Congrats to you. Redeem one future video from me by sending this video to me in DM so I remember. Okay, bye. That's a great prize. Sick prize.
Do you know this one up top?
No. I don't think I've ever logged into Apple TV. I don't think I've ever had interest in watching anything on there. That's fifth winner. Ba-ba. Where's not having fun, bro? Yeah, it is a good prize. Thanks, Rizzler. Thanks, Rizzler. Thanks, everyone. Sorry, got a tweet. I don't know what the Jaguars are doing. They took a 25-year-old pure run blocking tight end in the second round. That will always be a terrible pick. He's going to score like a touchdown week 9 as the third option on the goal line. People are going to be like, no, it's a great pick. Yeah, this is a disaster, dude. What do you mean not on consensus, though? Like, in what context? Big citrus to the Vikings. I don't understand. I'm gonna have to make a business decision. TBS, TNT. You got to switch TVs. After I switch sound. Oh, they're playing. do you mean steal one? Chris Brad. Feels like a bad Panthers pick. Dreadful first period. Dreadful. Lukey's on the couch. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I found that work. Really bad.
This is ridiculous, man.
I don't know. Madrid Open, I hope Fonseca or Hodar wins. I don't know where Dunker's going. I just hope Dunker goes soon. I know Seattle and Buffalo like him. I thought he would have gone late second. Based off what people were saying, it sounded like due to his character and it sound like he would go much earlier than normal because it seems like 32 teams all love him. Good question, Deuce. Really good question. I mean, they're just not playing good, Charles. They're playing so. It feels like they're playing tense and not free, which is what. I don't know. You made a coaching change because of that. I tweeted about Eichel. Eichel needs to man up. And this guy's brain dead. Shocker. He has tweet notifications on. He doesn't even follow me. And Barbashev was a no-show in the first. No, it's not Torts. Yes, I did have an apple. I've never watched anything on there, though.
Sure.
Ted Hurst to the Bucks. The Mike Evans replacement. Congrats, Stevie. Stevie. I would have loved for Hurst to learn from Mike Evans. That I'm very excited for Ted Hurst in that spot. Yeah, Eichel and Stone need to step up. But if you say Eichel needs to step up, apparently Vegas fans are turning on Eichel.
Gotta imagine they go Diego Pazia here.
I did not sleep with any of my coworkers. I mean, everyone's not intelligent. Even intelligent people aren't intelligent. One thing that's lost on people is that even the most intelligent people in the world are going to be wrong like half the time. Think about that for a second. Yes, Charles. Yes, they did. Oh. So you're right. I need to tweet a picture of them at the Utah game. That's all I could do. I mean, there was no reason to not think that this was a cup team, how they were looking going into the postseason. There's no reason to not think that. Game one was fine. I thought it was a good thing that they had to scratch and claw and come from behind when it was really come from behind. I thought that was a good thing. And then they laid a dud in game two, and they laid a dud to start game three. And I think the shots on goal are pretty misleading. I don't think that there was many. That also, if you look at the goals they've scored, Utah scored a few fluky goals, whatever. I only care about what we haven't been able to convert with. All of our goals are in the crease. I believe Dowd's goal from the outside in game 1 is our furthest goal, and it's very close. We're not getting anything from the perimeter. It's crazy. Dorofeyev, again, that period, once again, could not handle the physicality and the tight gaps in the neutral zone and this and that, etc., etc. Nobody on spring break's gonna fix this curse unless this tweet works. The heck is that? I mean, I might just hit a roadblock where I can't even put them in Utah hockey jerseys. I don't think AI knows the Utah Mammoth exist. I respect that try from Savoy. Just not even close. It's impossible to get them on the jersey. In the jersey. Impossible.
Oh my gosh, Will!
Yeah, I don't know. That guy saying I turn on Eichel for being dead honest is crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I thought the Vikings had a terrible day, and now I have a bunch of, yeah, I guess shockingly, half the Vikings fan base is after me saying to stick to college ball and I don't know anything, while half of the world is saying the Vikings, what they've done today is absolute malpractice. I think I'm going to go inside with the half the world saying what they've done today is absolute malpractice. I think it's a pretty tough circumstance to go into a draft with an interim GM and start making a bunch of reckless trades without a real GM. I understand dumping Greenard. I completely get it. I think they got a horrific return. I don't know what those 2 third-round picks are going to be. I have Vikings fans telling me, no. The 2027 draft class is so deep. You don't know anything, playa. What are you talking about? People, the next year's draft class always looks unbelievable. People forget the 2026 draft class, that quarterback class in 2025, it looked pristine.
Forget Drew Allen was the first future number 1 overall pick.
People forget these classes are not far off. Like, the top end talent is always going to be different, and that's the true variable. The class from like the middle to the end is not different at all. You're looking for the same things on days 2 and 3. You're just looking for 2 or 3 traits that you could. Sometimes you're just looking for one trait that you could extract a bunch out of. That's it. Every single draft class will have that. And I don't trust what the Vikings currently have. Who's in charge of things over there? Whoever's running the show, making decisions. If it's a collaborative effort, I don't trust them to make the right decision. The last regime did a terrible job with some of their draft picks on days 2 and 3. Yeah, I don't know, man. The I don't know. What was that? Trying to think of the other thing I was gonna say. Oh, I don't know. Also, there's just like some of these. Harold Fannon's better than every tight end that's gotten picked today. Actually, in this draft, he's better than Sadiq too, and he went in the 3rd round last year. Never forget. Like, I was finishing my thought on that. Oh, I saw someone in the NFL media finally bring this up. Thank goodness. I think I brought this up on mostly or Wob or something. I've brought it up though. I said to Gruden. No, I didn't say on those. I said to Gruden yesterday. Everyone is like, "Oh, this draft class stinks." The honest truth is that's going to be the case a lot more times than not in this current era. Guys aren't filling out. They're not developing properly. They're jumping away from competition. They're not earning battle scars. They're not trusting in those around them and fully learning and developing and soaking up everything unless they're in Utah. Like, that's just the fact of the matter. When you look, and yes, there's a lot of guys staying because of NIL money that would have been 3rd, 4th, 5th round picks, et cetera, et cetera. That's a problem too. But so many guys are not being properly developed, and that's a big reason why these classes don't look impeccable anymore. There's a steep drop off year to year now because of it. There are guys that had opportunity to be draft picks one day. If they stay, whether they stayed at Alabama or whether they stayed at UAB, they had chances to be a draft pick and they make a wrong decision and they transfer away and they fizzle out and dissolve and they're never to be heard from again. But they got 800,000 to their name. TBS. And that's that. And that will keep happening and it will keep decreasing the strength of a draft class, and nobody wants to talk about it. So whatever. I mean, Edmonton's just getting outplayed, and they're up 1-0. Yes, he is at Georgia Tech. Now I got Jaguars fans telling me I'm an idiot because I thought their 25-year-old run blocking tight end pick was bad, and they're just spamming his 1 touchdown catch against Notre Dame.
13P Jags, buddy.
Thank you for the Twitter money. Like that I mean, that's another thing that gets lost too. I'm not the smartest guy. I'm far from it. I'm not even smart. I'm genuinely not smart at all. The fact of the matter though is that a pick could be bad. The player could still end up having like good football games. Like it's going to happen. Good football weeks. The Jaguars made a really bad pick in the second round today with the pure run blocking 25-year-old tight end who doesn't. The puck was loose. Why'd that get more? Who doesn't have much more room to grow and he has whatever. The pick is bad. The process is bad. He will still impact on the field because of what he is. He is a run blocker. He is the best run blocking tight end in the class. He is a great run blocker. He will find success in the NFL doing that. Where he was picked is too rich for it. The value doesn't line up. There are far better lottery tickets to scratch and hope. They have so much more potential. The guy could be completely fine in the NFL. I don't know how many passes he'll catch. He'll be great run blocking. At least he should be. But let me go. Like you took him over Logan Jones, Emmanuel McNeil, Warren. This is the better example. This is the perfect example. Davis Igbenogson. I'm bad saying is yes. He goes 62nd overall. You took the tight end at 56. Davis's ceiling is so much higher and extracts so much more value from a late second round pick. That's a guy who has potential to change the game in a capacity that is so much greater than Borkircher has to change the game. Borkircher's potential is it's an efficient run blocker on like key first downs and short yardage. Like, wow, look at him set up this 12-yard run on 1st and 10 from the 38. Whereas Igbenogsun's ceiling, his potential is if we could stop, if we can instill it in this man to stop grabbing. He's got great physical tools. He could overwhelm people, but he just grabs so much. Too many holding penalties. If we could get that out of him, that one flaw, we're looking at a steal here. A guy that should have gone in the late first round, right? A guy that is a high-end CB2 or a low-end CB1 and is impacting the game and creating havoc and turnovers and getting his defense off field. People just can't conceptualize that, cannot instill it in their brains that value's so important. Whatever. My team needs to win a hockey game. Like bad.
Speaking to the
Kalen Black went 90th. What in the world are the 49ers? I know. All they do is overdraft.
when they like a running back, they fall in love. Back to the run blocking tight end thing you have, whatever. The Ohio State football account tweeted, "Will Kasmarek to the Dolphins? The graphic is coming." We were not even prepared for him to go round 3. He was projected day 3.
I mean, I might be out on Lomu after the clip of him dancing. I think he might just be bad. It's the little things. Some things are bigger than sports. That might just cook his entire career. It's the same thing as Cam Moore, the Titans tweeting pictures of him in a construction vest.
The accounts he follows. Do something for me, pause. Do something for me, bro.
I don't know. Family grew up in Montreal. I don't want Dunker to be a Viking. Seattle at 96 is best case scenario. Kalen Black didn't get invited to the combine. He went 90th. Great pass protector, but they like I like Kalen Black. 90's crazy. Grant Cohn gives it the Kalen Black pick an F grade. Oh, Ducks tie. Good for them. McDavid's not look good. I don't know. Kai be an honest guy. Kai poo something right now, as Brandon loves to say. Calling the guy a Pro Bowler means nothing to me. I do not care. Elijah Surratt could be a Pro Bowler down the road. The way he could have got to the Pro Bowl is because he was the 27th wide receiver available. Like it does not hold the gravitas that maybe it once did. Sick, dude. Call a guy an all pro. I care about that. We're dead. Yeah, but Linderbaum's contract was effectively just 2 years, wasn't it? So Zune takes over when he's done, or Zune starts like plays guard for a bit or something. I don't know. This is just pathetic. No, I don't really have any thoughts on them dudes. Good. Glad Rams didn't draft Dunker. Ducks again. I mean, me and Whitney are going to playing Cabo. Thank you for watching me watch ball. Ugh. They have 7 shots on goal, man. Oh my gosh. I want to do what I wanted to do last game, too. I want Marner to play with Stone and Dorofeev, I think I said, and then Eichel, Barbashev. No, Eichel, Barbashev, Dorofeev. And then Marner, Stone, Hurdle. And then let Howden center the third. Won't happen, but I mean, I don't really like the addition of Dexter Lawrence is good and everything. I don't like giving up the 10th pick. I'm not denying that he's a good player, but I described it as playing flex deal on like the Hoover Dam. I think there's more pressing problems, and an interior run defender who could get after a quarterback doesn't fix anything. Doesn't fix it all. Yeah, exactly. Like you stick at 10, you pick Caleb Downs. That's so much better.
Then you get Caden McDonald round 2.
They could have kept Trey Hendrickson, drafted Caleb Downs, and then added in interior defensive lineman some other way. Instead, they go Dexter Lawrence, Cassius Howe. I'd rather have what I said, but oh well. Ducks do fly together. That's factually true. NFL Network. We're so much better than these guys, and he's not showing one bit.
Are you not calling that? That's unbelievable. Stopples or stick.
Oh, Chris Bell Dolphins is just a nightmare. Like I hope Malik Willis could get on the ball. Hope Malik could get on the ball. If that doesn't, hope the quarterback they draft in 2027 could get on the ball. It's a nightmare because he's going to be on the worst team in the league, whose offense is like never on the field. Yeah, that stinks. It's not at all where I'd want him to be. No, hey, Jerry just texted me a Steelers pick.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That makes me think.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that'll rock. Did Jerry just tweet it? No. That'd be incredible. Well, it's going to be a big moment. Okay, cool. Wow, Hayward gave the wink to the camera. This will be electric.
Well, sass me, dude. We can't do it.
This place is going to blow the roof off. Unless Jerry was trolling me. There's no way he's trolling me. Heck yeah. Look at this picture.
Yeah. Safe.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
Do we have? I don't know if we have a picture of them meeting each other.
Just get him on house call. Can you make that happen?
No.
What do you mean no?
No, he's not a house call guy.
He's a Jerry guy. He has to be. Imagine he does house call and only him and Jerry talk. They just do a conversation talk.
I mean, they talked about like, what if you're a Steeler?
Yeah. He likes it right now. There's the hay. Yeah, common guy. Yes.
I don't know if we have a picture of them. Okay, now hopefully we can come back from 4-0 down because it is pathetic.
Steelers graphic.
Ciao,
has him-
Sandy.
has him listed as guard.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
Thank you, Donut. Oh, I mean, this hockey is a disaster, though. I don't really know what to do about that at all. Now, game four is as must win as could be. That's tough. Okay, I'm talking about oh, Sandy. He doesn't have to change his uniform. I don't know, dude. Yannick Center to win the French Open. You'll win like $4. Yeah, I don't know, Blake. I don't know. Just another dreadful play by Eichel.
Was Drew Aller still recovering from injury during draft process?
Yeah. Oh, Eichel. Let's go. Right on the spot. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There you go. Criticism works.
Will, get up, ball. Get up, get up. Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah. All our goals are still inside. Yeah, that Lightning loss has to really tickle your heart in the bad ways.
Oh, can we hook the foul pole? Oh, that's wrong. Dang.
I like Marner Barbershop. Oh, that was Riley Smith. Why they say Barbershop? Stone Marner Smith is interesting. I know Seattle did a lot of homework on Jermod McCoy. Not taking him with the 99th pick, I think, says everything. That stinks. I hope he had the Miles Jack insurance policy. That really stinks. Womp, 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 womp. Ow. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. We need video of the Dunker draft party. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. My thoughts on McCoy falling are he's got no legs. He's a Paralympic trying to play football. That's my thoughts. We knew he wasn't going to go in the first round. That was evident very, very quickly when you started talking to people a few days ago. There was no shot McCoy was going to go in the first round. I think that's pretty evident today. I know that people think he could play early and can't play he can't play down the road, which to me, in my opinion, TNT, just speaking on my thoughts, I think it's a bit ridiculous. I think if you viewed this guy as a top 20 prospect when healthy, that the end of the third round is a pretty safe way to say, hey, yeah, we're struggling to see, like, from a medical standpoint, if he could contribute on like a second contract, maybe even a little earlier than that. Okay, sure. What about years 1, 2, and 3? I think you could provide a lot of value on a rookie contract at a late third round pick, but I don't know. I'm not in the front office. Sissons, Eichel, Barbashev. So Tortorella has thrown the lines into a blender, which is a good thing. This is a bizarre line, though. I mean, it's Eichel with 2 net crashers. Like, I'd rather have him with the shot on his wing. I might need to get a Dunker Steelers jersey. Bryce Lance or Malik Benson, you're talking to the wrong guy. That's a tie. I love both of them. Think they're both better than numerous wide receivers that got drafted today. You don't want an apartment door. It's nothing. That's the apartment, the banner behind me. That's like it. Hand pass. Best wide receiver left in draft? That's a good question. Let me just look at everyone available. Best wide receiver still available. He's not the best, but I like Chase Roberts a ton. I think Chase Roberts is an excellent 5th, 6th round pick. I tried to talk to Gruden about him last night. I don't think he was really hearing me out on Chase Roberts. I think he's just not exceptionally fast or anything, but sure-handed, very good concentrator, smooth route runner, finds the soft spots. I like Chase Roberts a lot. I think he'll be an impact player to some degree. I think the best wide receiver to take a shot on that's still available is Bryce Lance. I think with the size and speed, he's still raw. He needs to fill out a little more, show more of a route tree and everything, but yeah, Bryce Lance would be the guy. Yeah, Maresh is bad.
Let's go.
It's really bad, Mareshi. I'm gonna guess Jerry did not send Dunker a single DM, to be quite honest. Yeah, Mareshi, there's not much to say. If you like us to win, it's plus 1,500. I think Bouchard will win the Norris. I would vote Werenski probably, but to each their own. I think Bouchard was terrific. Obviously made some defensive blunders, but you could pick and choose anything you want from any player, and there will be blunders on tape. I don't know if I really, I don't know. I don't really care who wins. The older you get, the more you kind of just don't care about any awards or superlatives or anything. I care about who wins. Sports are a team thing. I don't really care that much about the individual awards. And in one-on-one sports are a me thing. I care all about the individual awards. Oh, he just got tied up so much. Yeah, I mean, because it's lazy, and that's the narrative, is that Mitch Marner can't play in the playoffs. Yandel just bet Vegas to win. Dorofeyev needs to step it up. Second great playoff. He has struggled to handle physicality and speed. The uptick in physicality and speed gets crushed in NZ struggles to get shot. I said it last year, and I know I said this on the last stream. I said it last year. Dorofeo is going to need to be on the trade block this summer and get a great big time return for him if this is going to continue. And with the assets we get, hopefully add 2 shooters to the mix. And Trevor Conley has to be on the opening night roster next year. Oh, Numbies? There's no shot that's what that generated. That's repulsive to a degree that many would have thought isn't humanely possible. What was that? Good stick, Stone. Rocket off the crossbar. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Drive the play, Jack. Post
You gotta
again.
be kidding me.
Get it back to Rasmus and let him play make. Are you going to shoot if you get the puck, though, Eichel? That's such a bad pass by Sissons.
Oh my.
So lucky. Oh, to hit iron twice, dude. Yeah, Skylar Bell is more complete today. Bryce Lance has the most potential of any receiver on the board. Bryce Lance, to me, is a better. I'm more intrigued by Bryce Lance as a prospect than Christian Watson. Christian Watson, to me, went into the best spot, and the medicals were what? Yeah, like I don't think. Yeah, I going down here 4-2 into the third one felt so good. Oh.
Did Bell get drafted yet?
No. Yeah, I think Nussie's worth drafting, but the NFL views him as a backup, and I view him as a potential starter. So there's a big difference there. All right, pull the goalie for the last 4. But when I say I view Nussie, I understand that position is so dependent on those around you on the field and off the field. And setting that guy up for success. And I think with Nussie's arm, I could set him up for success with the right weapons, the right scheme, etc. But to each their own. Hey, Sardine. No, Ian Hill should not start the next game. It'd be 5-1 with Ian Hill, and that nothing would change. Did we not pull the goalie for this? I don't know why you don't have 6 guys on the ice there. It was very much impossible for them to get anything there. Whatever. I mean, let's listen to Biz.
We got a lot of guys that lost play right now.
Guess Barry Kapanen.
That's
Vegas has never come back from 4 goals down to win a game. They have forced overtime multiple times, though.
Hi, Son.
Yeah, we need Carlson for sure. He would be back in the second round, most likely, is what I was told a few months ago. Like, the further this playoff goes on, the better we get if we could get to that spot. Limeade slushy. What the hecky? I don't deserve ice cream. Losers don't get ice cream, man. Yeah, I don't know. I thought the Vikings had a pretty bad day, and I'm making a lot of money off Twitter check with their fans telling me I'm a moron. So I guess that worked out really well. Best case scenario for everyone. Edmonton just had a clean look and didn't get shot up on that. The Pacific's been bad. Oh my gosh. Ryan Whitney. Yeah, maybe KOC is a bad evaluator. I don't know. I think T-Bob has correctly touched on it, and I completely agree with him that I don't know what that could mean. Schrodinger's cat, I think it essentially just means it's what I say. You're just picking lottery tickets and you're scratching it and hoping. Every prospect is good. Like every prospect is intriguing. They all have the traits that you're looking for, and I don't know. That's so tough. Like on the outside, we're not in a front office. We don't know, aside from like Ruben Bain, we don't know a guy's desire and compete and how much they care if they're going to get to the league and only care about money. We can only look at that from the outside and assume. I see how Peter Wood's draft party was, and I'm out. No, thank you. But I got no info on the situation. That felt like too much me. Not enough we. Let's win a Super Bowl. But that's who knows. I could be wrong. Listening to Biz. Love Jeremy. Yeah, Dunker went to the Steelers. I think I picked the Stars in 7. I'm rooting for the Wild, though. I think the Wild are a bigger threat to Colorado. I'm not doing top 5 picks next year. I grew old of that real quick, too. The too early mocks and stuff. Chase asked me to do one every year, and I just got to tell him I don't. I can't. I just not interesting to me. There's nothing good about too early mock. It can only make you look brain dead. We haven't put guys under the magnifying glass yet and everything. I'm not nervous about the Hurricanes. Why would I be nervous about the Hurricanes? This is the same. We're in the same playbook every single year. Oh, are you not? Why are you worried about the Hurricanes yet? You're an idiot. The Hurricanes are so good. Look at this. Look at them in the first round. Look at them in the second round. And then they fizzle out in the Eastern Conference Final. What do they go, like 19 straight Eastern Conference Final losses or whatever? I'm not worried about. Not worried about the Hurricanes. When I would worry about the Hurricanes is if they have 2 wins in the Stanley Cup final. Then I'd be like, oh, okay, what the heck's happening? Maybe Brendan Moore finally figure it out, but to me, no, nothing's changed. This series, they've been able to negate Ottawa's fiery offense. Good for them. That's come with elite defense, of course, and they're not scoring many goals. It's the same problem. It's shot quantity over shot quality. And that's what they fall into every single postseason. They don't play the same brand of hockey in the playoffs that they do in the regular season. If they did, they would be a threat, but they don't. I don't know. These guys don't deserve Pokemon comps. They all play at 7 colleges. They're all 29 years old.
Dunker Charizard.
Yeah, Dunker Charizard. Yeah, President's Cup is cool, but it's like on during college football, so it's impossible. These guys are crazy that think the head coaches of these teams are just kept out of the loop. Yeah, like that's the case for. That's most certainly the case for like the dysfunctional organizations where the GM and head coach are on the same page and there is bad chemistry and the GM's going rogue or whatever and do his thing. And it's not the case with the Rams. It's not the case with the 49ers. People are like saying Kyle Shanahan doesn't look happy that they picked Stribling. I'm going to tell you this. Kyle Shanahan was 100% involved in the Stribling draft pick at 33, a guy who was probably going to go near the hundreds, the early hundreds. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Shanahan was involved in that decision to draft them, and that Shanahan was involved in the decision to draft Kalen Black pretty early, and maybe one of the worst running back classes we've ever seen. No offense, Kalen Black, he's a great pass protector, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, with the trend of 49er reaches over the last however many years, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say Kyle Shanahan has been more than involved with those and is very well informed on what's happening, and shockingly, maybe is helping make the decisions. It's his offense. They're going to ask him who he wants. Like, I can't believe people tweet like that. It's bonkers. Heck yeah, Evan. How many mullets are there? How many mullet wigs? I'm happy. Evan, I'm very happy it ended up being Pittsburgh. I was worried they'd get I didn't want them to get big city. Like, we didn't need Miami or LA, or we needed them. Pittsburgh's like a perfect spot. Buffalo would have rocked. Green Bay would have been sick. Chicago in the bias play would have been really cool. I think Pittsburgh's perfect, and he could start day one there. That's something I don't think people realize. He has a better He has a better chance starting day one than their first round pick. Yeah, I don't like that we play JKS to open the season. I'm pretty annoyed by that. But flip side, I do actually kind of love it. That's a statement game off rip for the Chesney era. Why not? Chesney's picking up so much steam already. I keep seeing he wins these recruiting battles over and over again over big schools.
Yeah, that's gotta get you points.
Hey, water. Oof. Sour punch straws. I don't think blow up pops are really good. Unless you're watching Mincy. I'm still looking for video of the Dunker draft party too. I just want to see all the mullets. I think the Eli Stowers pick's pretty good. I'm not an Eagles fan though. Oh, you are, my bad. Stowers is a supreme athlete. I find it. Supreme athlete. Sister won a national championship for A&M women's volleyball. Great athletic family. Guy, you get the ball two in the flat, let him work after a catch. I think there's some Goddard similarities a little bit and how they'll utilize him. He's like, I don't know, a lot of tight ends got drafted today. A lot more than I would have thought. I kind of can't believe how many got drafted today. I kind of can't believe certain tight ends that got drafted today. I kind of can't believe what teams took tight ends too. But Stowers is one of the few that I like and that I think is a good fit and makes sense for all parties involved. I gotta go back and clip what I said about the Jaguars draft pick because that was good convo. But okay. This guy said if the Steelers draft Drew Aller in 250 days, I think I'll quit my job. Well, let's make sure Big Cat gets on that. This guy's like the worst reporter. Like all the Pittsburgh people I see on Twitter hate this guy.
Who is it?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
What odds are we to win now? 2,000? Yeah, 2,000 on the dot. I'm smart. Ducks goal. I thought it was gonna be cool if I said when he shot. I thought that was gonna be it. Nope. Oofta. What if we just came back and won a hockey game? What if we just came back and won a hockey game? I saw. Okay. I saw numerous members. Oh, sorry. I saw numerous parentheses, former members of at Barstool Spring Break that left early are currently at the Utah Mammoth game in full Mammoth gear. I can't spell. I can't type. Oh my gosh, gear. Head to toe and are so excited for this third period to cap off a big Utah win. They are in a sweep. Good tweet. Yeah, Edmonton's defense is horrendous. Enjoy watching the Bryce Lance highlight tape. Oh, there's something someone else said that I forgot to reply to. Oh, there's nothing wrong with being a draft guy and not watching college ball. If you watch tape, that's all that matters. There's more ways to do it than one. There wasn't a discussion of Hill coming in for Hart. Hill's been dreadful. I can't no. We don't need that manufactured drama. It's not happening. I don't have a single thought on the Saints drafting Dell. Aside from what I said about tight ends like 5 minutes ago. I don't think Hart did lose his game. The first goal is a complete fluke of how that bounced off his mask. And he made the save, and it just somehow went 5-hole. He made the save off his mask, and how preposterous is that? He made a save with his mask and gave up the goal on that shot through his 5-hole. That's not like a real sentence that should ever be said in the sport of hockey, regardless of who is in net. There's a nasty redirect goal. Like, the fourth goal is the only one they're like, should have had that one. And it's tough that it was 4 goals on 8 shots, but I don't see a team that played well in front of their goalie the entire night either. I kept saying we were up like 12-3 in shots. We're up 24-11 now, and I kept saying the entirety of the first 2 periods, we're out shooting them. It's a complete lie. We're not getting the better looks at all. They're getting every better look. Utah had 1 shot on goal. I was like, they have the 3 best opportunities in the game. They have 1 shot on goal. Brady from spring break is getting recruited to play at UT Martin. I don't know what's going on there. And the guy made Tate delete the tweet. I don't care. I'll say it. We all saw it. The safeties coach is whining, like, please delete this. You're the guy that's trying to recruit a guy who's on a reality show. Pavo. I can't imagine how desperate you gotta be to recruit a guy. You're a safeties coach recruiting a defensive lineman because you watched them on a Twitter show.
Whose nickname the situation?
And then you got upset that a guy tweeted about it when, like,
more upset.
Oh my gosh. That's insane.
He was more upset he got exposed as a Barstool Spring Break reality superfan. Oh
No, we know that. There's so many people in college football, in college sports, that are players are on staff that are watching.
Yeah.
A little inside info here for the 9,000 viewers I currently have. There were numerous college football programs where guys would go into their video room and watch Barstool Beach House that night on like the big projector. They'd have parties, eat food, snacks, and watch that show through the clips and everything. Maybe.
Can I get a penalty?
No, that'd be a weak call.
But I want it.
Having Go Bowling and No Bowl sponsors up at the same time is confusing. Yeah, it's one of the most ludicrous things I've ever seen. I need a tweet about that. Someone remind me. We have that right now. Or I'll draft it. Insane that safeties coach for
That guy looks like Randy Moss.
College football team started recruiting Sioux Falls D lineman because he saw him on Barstool Spring Break. Actually insane to think about. Yes, Ty Simpson's dad is the UT Martin head coach. So when Tate told me it was UT Martin, I said, this is actually unbelievable that Ty Simpson's dad is recruiting the situationship a day after his son got drafted, to which Tate said, no, it's the safeties coach. We need to go in the next 2 minutes. We need a goal by, let's call it 12 minutes. 4-2 at 12, 4-3 by 4. You have to make, that's fair. You have to make this 4-3 by 4 minutes left, in my opinion. I mean, like, we have the. We're going to live in the offensive zone this period. Utah's going to sit back. We're going to sit in the offensive zone. We're going to keep coming. The 4-6 is going to be there. We're going to live in the O zone. Capitalize. Oh, Anaheim again? Granlund again, too. Come on, Pavel. You gotta just rip one. Never got a chance. Put the those on. Good stick, Pavel. Cole Smith, Dowd, and Dorfeyev is not really threatening. Yeah, I like celebrating for Hart. Yeah, no goal. No quack. Body armor. I think Hurdle will never score again. I'm fully there too. Oh my gosh, his stick just broke on him. How unlucky is that?
We get nothing our way.
No. Do not. I just want to win. My future is making this 4-3 with 4 minutes left and hoping to win. That's my future. Just no threats. I mean, if he wants to fight, sure. I don't really care. I don't think that gives us the spark we need at all. That guy saying he doesn't have to quit his job because it was 251 days later, not 250. To me, a fight just gives Utah more energy regardless of who wins the fight. So I would rather not fight, to be quite honest with you. I think that's a net negative right now. They're just gonna fight. Okay, good. I think a fight is a net negative. Just juices this building up way more.
Oh, imagine if Coulter just putting that there.
The first playoff fight on home ice for Utah, up 4-1 in the third period, is not a good decision.
That's strike 3 challenge. Yes, sir.
It's been Eichel, Sissons, Barbashev since like near a third of the second period was left, and they just now noticed. Don't give them it. Oh, you gotta capitalize, playa. If we're like, switch up the who's on the first power play too. Yeah, okay. You go. Howden? No, Sissons is who they go to instead of Hurdle over Howden. Hurdle's gonna have an opportunity. I'm telling you right now, Hurdle's gonna have an opportunity to clean up on a rebound chance. Yeah, take advantage of it. Must score. It's a must score power play. We all are cognizant of that. Oh my gosh. What?
Zasper.
What an awful power play. Holy moly. That's unbelievable. Yeah, Bedard McKinnon needs to happen. Move the Blackhawks to the East. That's what we need. I mean, we're gonna lose a game like 4-2, and the shots are gonna be 36-12. Ugh. Yeah, you heard with Purd, but they also split Colorado, Detroit, and they split Detroit, Chicago. I'd rather have Chicago, Detroit than I would Chicago, St. Louis. I think that would be unanimously agreed upon. No Alcaraz at French Open, bro. Who cares? I mean, he just keeps grimacing. So Stone's hurt again. Nice. That's evident. Maybe we really got cursed by spring break. We'll watch. We'll 100% watch the French. There was a big tennis fan that DM'd me today saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna watch the French Open final." That's crazy. Shelton lost today at Prisonage.
Yeah, I saw that. In 3.
Yeah, then we got Hodar Fonseca in 2 days. I don't know if they got the jersey. Super Bowl Sunday, worst Sunday of the NFL season? Yeah, I actually do agree with that. The Super Bowl isn't really like my ideal way to watch a football game, so I do agree with that. The Super Bowl is for casuals. The unfortunate truth, the Super Bowl is catered for non-football fans. And it has one game. And if it's bad, yeah, I do agree with that. There's so much more. I don't know, but like sometimes a week 11 is just a grind to get through on a Sunday, and it's brutal. But I get the point. I don't necessarily disagree with it. A full day of football, a full like week 5 day of football. Or let's go week 5. A full NFL Sunday. We don't have the gimmicky European game in this scenario, which are garbage. We just have a regular afternoon and then West Coast and then Coles are. Like, I'll take that with the Sunday night to cap it off over Super Bowl for sure. I agree with that.
Can't even get hurt. Turtle can't even get the look there. He's so cursed.
GG. I'm gonna have to steal that question and put it out there on Twitter another day. Let me tweet that. Let me draft that. I don't hate pulling the goalie here and going 6-on-4. Yeah, honestly, I would be pulling the goalie here. We're not going to, but I would. I want the 6-on-4 power play. I want the extra man for 2 minutes. It's a must-score power play. If you're not going to score, you're going to lose 5-1. Whoop-de-doo. Who cares? There's no difference between 4-1, 5-1. There's a big difference between 4-1 with 4 minutes left and 4-2 with 5.5 minutes left. At least we won the draw this time. Oh, a Eichel shot. And it created a little bit of chaos. I predicted Montreal to come out the East. I still think they will. I think their toughest series possible in the entire Eastern format is their first round matchup. I think they've handled it very well. They look very mature. 3 very tough games. I get back to Mitch. God, they're just spray and pray.
Oh,
At least Eichel's shooting, though. That's how. Like, at least he's shooting. Oh my gosh, worse not. We should have traded Hurdle in the offseason. Good keep. Hey, you're so predictable, dude. The entire world knows that you're flipping that puck over to Dorofeo. Oh, he's just so washed, dude. He's just so washed. Oh. And you could have got a good return from this summer. You're not going to get. Oh. He just went behind the back. Yeah. I hate that we just don't play Sunday.
oh.
Nick Dowd has our 2 longest range goals of the postseason. Oh. Is it a good thing that Nick Dowd's your best goal scorer in the series through 3 games? Because I would actually argue this. That is a great thing. You're getting depth scoring from your 4th line. You would think that your top 6 is just providing something. Ugh. All right, one could pray and hope. I said make it 4-3 by 4 minutes, and we got the 4-2 with 3 in game.
Oh no, pause. No.
Run it, run it, run it, run it. Put Nick Dowd on the ice. Where's our best goal scorer? Oh. Oh my gosh. I know, I was just memeing about it. I wasn't serious. Time out.
Oh no.
I personally cannot imagine that that's what we drew up. Surely that was not. Oh my God. Thank you, Junker. I agree with you. McDavid. I'm more confident in these guys to get a goal. Like, Riley Smith is playing with so much more jump than 90% of the lineup. He's one of the few guys that's just playing free. Oh my gosh, how did you... Lawson Krause just like slapped his stick on the ice and you got spooked. Oh my gosh. What a pathetic game 3. And you might as well shoot it there, whatever. We just, I mean, did I not say this like 15 minutes ago? It was gonna end up being 4-2 and shots were gonna be 31-12. I think that's exactly what I said. Ducks again. I think that's genuinely exactly what I said. I Oh my god. Okay, bye. I don't know. Nothing else to say. Bad, just bad. Cool draft stuff. Cool Montreal. Cool Ducks, Oilers. Yep, that's about it. Spring break. Curse the Knights. Goodbye. Be back on Monday. Ooh, don't bring in Hill. Do not bring in Hill. What a terrible decision that would be. That's putting in Hill is waving the white flag. Ducks again. Goodness. Leo Carr. And here's the issue. The one last thought. Two last thoughts. Why does Hill have to start? While I say my last thought, you tell me why. You tell me why Hill has to start. Disaster striking in the Pacific because Leo Carlson and his gang and Macklin Celebrini and his gang are coming, and that's going to be a disaster. Why does Hill have to start? Aiden Hill has been absolutely horrific since he lifted the cup. Doesn't practice. That's why I call him Aiden Iverson. Why does Aiden Hill have to start? The cup playoff experience. Yep. So cliche nothing. The guy who hasn't tried since he lifted it needs to be the one to start. The guy who has been a nuisance all season is the guy who needs to start. The guy hasn't done a single thing. Why do you want him to start? If you were the sixth winger, I said it's so bad. If you were playing third line left wing, you would be able to score on Aiden Hill too. Carter Hart has the ability to steal to steal a goal. Carhart gives up 4 goals on 8 shots. The first goal is a goal given up that nobody in the history of hockey has ever allowed, and nobody would ever stop, where you save with your mask and end up giving up the goal 5-hole. It just doesn't make sense. Throw it away. The fourth goal tonight is the only bad goal that he gave up. He should have saved it. The other 3 or whatever, like, you really don't think?
Oh my god!
I don't want to do it. The worst contract we have on the team does not need to start game 4. There's a reason he didn't even see the ice tonight, and the goalie before him had given up 4 goals on 8 shots. And this guy still couldn't get on the ice. I think it's for a reason. Okay, bye.